to also be there as well. And I learned so much from Jay. And it's amazing. Years ago, I can remember the footage that you would bring back of the amount of malachite.
Malachite, yeah.
It wasn't like that
Well,
this year.
It doesn't exist. You can't get it. This is, what makes this unique and makes this special is the fact this is the Congolese malachite. I have, you know, I would love to take everybody on a tour of my warehouses just to show you, number one, how organized we are. But number two, to show you the different materials that we've gathered over the year. You wouldn't be able to see these designs if we hadn't made major purchases over a decade ago. So that's the only reason that we even have this material to work with. You cannot find it. It is just not commercially available to be out there. But I've got malachite from America, actually from Moab, Utah. I've got malachite from Australia, and then I have this Congolese material. We could line all three of them up, and I will guarantee you that you would go, this is like the Beverly Hills of malachite.
I'm going to show that to everyone. This, yeah, you didn't see anything like this. This had to be parcels gathered from years ago to be able to do a necklace. This is an entire necklace.
This is the raw material that this is cut from. Of course, this goes in my specimen cases. But here's what makes this material so different and so unique, is the fact that that it has the color saturation that it has, and then it has the character and the lacing within the malachite. There's no other malachite in the world that I've ever seen, and I've seen different malachite deposits throughout the world, but I've never ever seen anything like the Congolese material. The Congolese material it's the go-to malachite. In the 70s and early 80s, when you saw malachite, this was the material that you saw. This is what everybody went with. And then if you go back in the history, you know, at that time it was the Belgian Congo. You know, if you kind of just read up on it, you'll see they've gone through some transitions over the last 4 decades. She has to put this down. Is that thing heavy? And do you know why? You know, I was wondering how long you were going to hold that. If I could let you hold this. This probably weighs at least 2.5 pounds, maybe even as much as 5 pounds. It fits in the size of my hand. This is really heavy, and this is why. The reason that you have this color saturation and that you have the copper ratio in this is like through the roof. It's not pure copper, but it has such a large copper content in it, and that's why you get the green color.
I have a quick update.
This is really, really heavy.
The amber earrings are gone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Congratulations.
you guys for shopping.
I also want to mention, this is brand new today. So this price on our malachite neck, congratulations, it will be $109. That's unheard of. Jay, we didn't even go through the value. This is under $80. So just the raw fact that it is beads making up this entire necklace, all cut by hand. Every single last thing, everything is handcrafted that you're receiving. By the way, this is also a brand new malachite. I just went ahead and put the pendant on with it. Obviously, you see it on Julia by itself. The pendant is going to be available. We also have matching earrings, so if you want to team them up together, they look absolutely beautiful. But we don't see an 18-inch, I mean, even just to go out in the real world. You know, we get so caught in our little bubble here of what we can do. Yes. It is a bubble. But to say, I want to go find a malachite tennis necklace. Like, you know, where do I go?
Well,
unless you get a synthetic or a simulated.
You know, it's funny you would say that, because a lot of the material that you see in this right now is actually, it is synthetic. It's created material, and they create it to look like this natural rough because, of course, that it has the perceived value. You know, I know this is like a no-brainer. It's very, very simple. But these are the kind of things that you really might want to think about if you don't already have malachite, having in your jewelry box. I mean, it's a great accessory. You saw we've got the pendant coming up later, but there's so many things that will pair back to this that you could wear with this. If you have other, not only mine finds, but other things that you want to display, it's a great display piece. Let's not, well, even the price, okay. Look, guys, and I will tell you right now, okay, we are the manufacturers. And when I say that, I mean we're the manufacturers. You can't get any more direct. We went directly right to the resource, the mine, when we bought this. We bought it right from the mine. We bought it in such a large quantity that we got the absolute best price. So that's where we started with this. I know this is not like some, really crazy design. I understand that. It's a basic, it's simple.
But you need those
But
basics.
that being said, do you know that I can't manufacture this? I can't manufacture, I can't cut it, I can't make it, I can't ship it, I can't box it. And there is no way it would be impossible for me to sell you that for this price. So I don't want you to think that we're doing it. Our original price, to be honest with you,
It's unheard of.
Unheard of, fantastic deal. I mean, and that's like manufacturer direct. I mean, it couldn't get any better for you.
And this is $30 off.
Yeah, they're just doing this. They're clearing the inventory, the last of the inventory, because we always bring in new, we always bring in different, and that's what we decided to do here in June. And they're doing this. Okay, I'm not doing it. I just want to let you know this is an unbelievable deal. It really, truly is a great value.
And I would gather to say, and myself included, how many of us have a malachite beaded necklace? We don't see it very often. We do individual pieces. No,
yeah.
But it pops. Just what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a little bit of denim, just a little blouse. More casual. It can be totally dressy. I love it with the yellow that Julia's wearing, that yellow, it just pops. And it's green, it's life. That's the color, malachite. But this is not just, and this is what I love about Jay, this is not just any normal malachite. We're talking about, we were showing you a sample right here. The actual, where it's coming from. It's one of the finest, most highest rated areas out of Africa in the world to find malachite. And that's exactly what you start with.
Right, and the thing which is the really reality of this, you used to see, and like Lynn was saying, we show you footage from Tucson, and we would show you whole layouts of this Congolese malachite, where people from the Congo were still selling their rough stock. 3 years ago, that all went away. And now nobody has it, and nobody has this rough. As far as, I don't know anyone right now that I could go to and purchase this particular rough material from. They don't even, it's not even about pricing, it's about availability. They don't even have it. So here again, you're buying top quality Congolese malachite at a ridiculous price. And we haven't even mentioned, I don't know what you're struggling. I can tell you're struggling. This would be a good workout for you.
It is.
But that doesn't include, if you think about just what it costs us, for people who haven't shopped with us and you don't know, one of the really special things that we do and special feature is our custom finding here, which gives you, it's an extender, sterling silver extender. It gives you another 2 3/4 of an inch. So it might be 18 inches, but you could take this all the way down to 20 3/4 of an inch. And the cool thing with our extender chain is you can adjust it in about 1/4 inch lengths. I mean, not exact, but approximately 1/4 inch at a time. So the great thing that does for you is it allows you to position the necklace where you want to wear it, where you want it to sit. We're all different. All of us have different neck sizes. We all have different body features. So, and then you're wearing an outfit. Julia's wearing the perfect color. It's almost like she actually planned this.
Yeah, it
there
does.
must have been somebody talked about this. But that is a perfect color. But just like Lynn was saying, green goes with pretty much anything. Like it looks lovely with what you're wearing.
It's life. That to me is green is effervescent. It's life. It's beautiful. It's as simple as you get, or you can make it as fancy as you want with the pendant that's going to be available for you, also brand new on the day. And this is what Jay was talking about. Actually, this goes back how many years ago, Jay? A customer request.
Well, we've been on in October to be 29 years, believe it or not. This was about 4 years in, so what, about 25 years ago is when we came up with this finding. And here again, it wasn't us, it was our viewers challenging us. And it was so cute. I remember I used to get these emails, and people would call me, and they would start off like, Jay, we love you. We love your design. And that used to make me feel good. But they said, I'm getting a little older. I have trouble, doing your class, because we did sterling silver lobster class. And they said, is
I
there
have
any way
pieces
that
that
you
are-
could come up with an easier finding for us to do? And we put this together. It's been in our line ever since. It's one of the probably the best things that we've ever done
Agreed.
for our design team and our line was come up with this finding.
Well, we have the final 30 seconds. This is brand new. This is from a find many, many years ago from Tucson. We could never do this even today if you were, we couldn't find enough
Here
to make
again-
rough you in the last show. No way.
This material was purchased, you know, at least 15 years ago, if not longer. But at least 15 years ago is when we bought the initial rough material.
And it's new, and we're $30 off. It will, that price will go back to $109. So that's why we say,